Hey guys and girls, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of The Stranded Deep with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day, as always. Now, you may be thinking this island looks a little bit different to the last lovely island resort that you used last on. You would be very much right. I had a bit of a save issue, and I had to start again. But that's not too much of a worry, because we didn't really get that far in the first episode anyway. You know, we made a campfire, we ate a couple of uncooked crabs, and, you know, we poisoned ourselves and threw up a little bit. So, that's not really the greatest of starts. Not really what I planned for. But between this and the last episode, I have gone ahead and I've done a little bit of background reading. So, I found a wiki which has a load of information for us. And that's gave me some very good ideas on what we should be doing. And some information on, you know, the fishes, the sharks, the crabs and things like that that I didn't previously know about. So, I have a bit more of an insight into it now. I very much like the look of that abandoned ship right there. And it looks like there's another one over there, which is very cool. The, you know, the main issue really that strikes out to me on this one is the fact that it's in water, which is where the sharks live, once again. So, we're going to need to get ourselves some food, some water, and some bits and bobs like that, like we did in the last episode. That should really take us no time at all, because, well, we're a little bit familiar with this setting, and I need to think of what we're going to make first, because we obviously have a limited amount of resources on our first island before we move out to try and find a new abode, and limiting what you're actually going to make is very useful. Alright, so we got some more sticks, we've got all of these guys. I'm gonna go over trying to make tools first over the uses of... What happened to my string? Did I not? Did I... Oh no, I didn't pick it up, did I? There we go. Yeah, I'm going to try and make tools first, and then we'll go into the fire pit side of things, because we don't really need the fire pit just yet, do we? We need that when it starts getting a little bit darker, and I would like to try and at least think about, you know, trying to catch some fish and whatnot. But the first thing that we always want to try and make ourselves is a crude axe, because that's extremely useful. So we'll grab ourselves a crude axe. There we go. And what else we got? We got enough to make a crude hammer and another crude axe. Well, that's just fine. So let's cut ourselves down a tree. I'm going to leave this one here because it looks very nice next to that there. But we'll cut this one down here. And this is going to give us access to a little bit of food and water as well, because I've figured out how to prepare coconuts now so that we can use them for both hydration and for sustenance, for food, which is very cool. So let's get some wood out of this guy, and then we can start building stuff. I'm still not 100% sure if I actually want to call this my base. You know, there could be better islands out there. So we are going to take to the seas, probably in the next episode, maybe the one after that, if I build up the courage to do so. I saw on the forums an absolutely horrifying bug. Like, literally a horrifying bug. For me, that is, because, you know, I'm kind of petrified of dark oceans with things swimming around me. That is my worst nightmare in a nutshell. There is a bug at the minute that when you go into the deeper oceans, now it has got biomes, so it may not look like it, but it does have biomes. So you have like the regular island biome, you have the barren area of the seas, you have the deep oceans of the seas where you pretty much can't see the bottom, it's just a dark hole. You have the coral reefs. There is a lot of different places that get generated randomly, and there is a bug at the minute where when you enter the dark areas of the sea, you can see out there the darkish areas, those are the kind of the deepest areas where you actually get great whites, because there's two different types of shark. There's the great white that inhabits the deeper ocean, and there's the tiger shark, which we saw in the previous episode, that inhabits the areas around the islands, you know, the shallower areas. And this bug is that if you're on your boat swimming and you enter the darker, the deeper areas of the sea, there is a chance that your boat can despawn and you'll just fall in the water. So you'll be in the worst possible position, halfway between two islands, and then suddenly your boat disapparates and you're just sitting there. You might as well just keel over or start flapping like a seal, just asking to get eaten, because it's gonna happen, isn't it? So, yeah, that's pretty much the last thing I would like to happen. So, we've got a decent amount of stuff, you know. We've got some wood, we've got some bits and bobs like that. Let's look at what else we can craft. We might want to go ahead and break a rock as well, but let's get ourselves some food first. Now, we did have some coconuts. There we go, we had a coconut farm. The first one I want to do is I'm going to make it drinkable, because we don't want to keep using our water, so let's find a way of drinking. Now, this may mean that we have to privately take a dance into the bush now and then, because we all know what coconuts can do to us, but at least it's going to keep us alive. So we knock it a few times, it gives us a drinkable coconut, which is great. So that's one that we can drink. Now let's sort out a bit of food for ourselves, and I think we might be able to find a little bit up in this tree. We can climb trees, we just hold it, we kind of go up. There we go. If we push back, we go back down. There we go. Yeah, I've got to be careful because you can fall and damage yourself. You can break bones and things like that. So if you do that, you're going to have a very hard time. So now we've got this other one. Let's place him down. And we're going to do the same. So we're going to break it. There we go. Skin it up. And I don't know if we can do this with the knife. We might still be able to do it with the knife. But I'm going to do it with my crude axe. Because I think we can do this. It makes it drinkable. And if we do it a few more times, there we go. We got ourselves some coconut halves, which we can eat, which is food, which is great. Yeah, a piece of coconut. Let's see how we're doing at the minute. We're a little bit hungry, so maybe we should have a piece of our coconut to start with. Yummy. And how does that do for us on the old sustenance side of things? Brings us right back up. I like that. Alright, so let's have a separate area for our food. We'll keep this stuff down here. I don't think stuff actually goes off, so we should be fine. We've got a drink, and we've got a bite to eat later on. But maybe we're going to want a little bit of crab. Maybe we're going to want a little bit of fish, if I can pull together the... If I can actually make myself do that. So let's what else we have. We have a campfire, a crude hammer, and a crude axe. So, let's make ourselves... Let's try this again, because apparently, I was right in saying that you can break rocks by using the drag command, although it's a lot easier to use an axe. So I just want to kind of try it again. Like, I heard that it is possible to do. It's just real tricky. There we go, look, I did it. Way! So we got ourselves some of these guys and some of these guys, but I think I might have just came across the bug I had last time. Have I come across the bug? Yes, I have. My inventory won't open. Good stuff. And there's the shark. Alright, we'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. I had to do a quick relog, save the game, and log back in again, and now we can pick up our shards, which is great. It is, you know, that's a little bit of a bug. These things happen. It's 0.0.1 alpha, and it only came out a few days ago, so you have to bear it. You know, those things are going to happen, aren't they? Like the boat disappearing, the most horrific bug known to man, your boat disappearing when you're in the middle of a deep, dark ocean filled with great white. Yeah, that's, I question whether that is a bug, to be honest, or whether that's a sneaky little, you know, that's pretty scary. But now, if we place these down, we can make a crude spear. Awesome. So we got ourselves a spear, which is going to come in very handy, because this allows us to catch fish, I believe. I've never actually used one of these, ever, in this game, so I don't know how this is going to go down. But I think we can also use this to hunt shark. You can hunt shark, and you can kill shark, and you can cut them up, and you can use their meat. Their meat is a great source of food, albeit that you have to go through the hassle of actually slaying a shark. I think there's another one out there somewhere. But yeah, we're probably not going to be doing that anytime soon. Once we get a raft and we can go a little bit further out, maybe we'll try that. But we can actually entice shark in by throwing in dead bait. So if we get dead fish and we leave that in the water, we can do that. Alright. So I've never tried this. I don't have a clue how this is going to work. We're just going to stand on the edge. We're going to do that thing. They always say you have to be very careful. You have to stand around and be very patient before you can launch your spear. It looks like the fish have swam away. And there's a shark. Alright, we'll try over this way. Let's go over here. Maybe we'll be able to find a fish over this way. And for those of you who've been saying about the random floating objects, you know, it is alpha. I can let them go on that one, you know, I'm fine with that. Okay. Now, they do also say a prolonged amount of fishing will also entice a shark to come near you. So we do need to be a little bit careful. Should we at least throw this thing first and see how it works? So, is it going to hit the pointer? It didn't throw. It did nothing. Can we not actually throw this? Is this not a throwing jabber? This is just a jabby jabber? Oh man, I was thinking I could throw it. Something like Castaway right there, lobbing it in from the sides. Could dance around like a merry man with my beard out. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening. Okie dokie. So let's see if we can find a shallow area where there's fish. And we'll go in a little bit. And like here is perfect. Oh! Get on my stick! Did I kill it? Did I get it? Oh, ooh. Did I... Ah! I got it! Got myself a fish! Yes! Look at that, we got sardine! Oh man, we're going to be eating like kings. Alright, so how do I remove the sardine? Ooh. Ooh. How do I take the sardine off the... Oh! Oh, look at that! I don't think that's a sardine right there, but it's a mastiff fish. I think they're being a little bit generous right there with the mastiff stuff, but hey, that's fine. You know, we did it. We managed to get ourselves one. So can I get a crab as well? Does that work? Oh my lord, that looks amazing. Can take... Oh, I keep pushing the wrong button. So I have to take it, I push E. No. Have I got a full inventory? I haven't. How do I take the crab again? Oh, there we go. Oh, look, actually a little hand comes out. He grabs it. Nice. Alright, so it's getting... It's 20 past 5, so it's getting on a little bit. Let's set up camp, and we're going to cook ourselves some food before we finish up this episode, I believe. Because I'd like to show the cooking mechanic before we go out. I'm so chuffed that we managed to get ourselves a fish. That's so cool. Maybe once I muster up the manly strength to go out and actually fish in the deeper, darker areas, we'll go shark hunting. But for now, I'm going to just make myself a campfire. And I think we're going to make it around here. Let's place it here. And we'll light our campfire up. So let's get our torch out. And there we go. Now, there are two different types, there's 3 different types of campfires that we can make. We can't actually make any of the others at the minute because we've used most of our rocks to be able to make other things. We've got, how many rocks left? 3 rocks. We need 6 rocks if we're going to make the fire pit. And that's a campfire and 6 rocks to make a fire pit, which basically makes it more durable. And then we can go ahead and upgrade that again to a fire spit by adding a fire pit, which is the one up from that, 3 sticks and 1 lashing. And with that, we don't have to manually hold our food while we cook it, because at the minute we have to hold our food. Oh my god, look at that little fish. Alright, so if I throw you on the ground, I can pick you up, and I think I can hold you over the top. There we go. And we basically just have to wait here until we hear a ding. You know, like the microwave's done. Pretty much that. Once that happens, we know that we can eat our food, and it should say cooked underneath it. Now, there's many different types of fish, and if you go deeper out, you can actually find, if you swim down, you can find some pretty big fish. So they're going to be great for food. You can also find toxic fish as well, so you've got to be careful of those. I think if you hang around and fish in any of the main coral reefs... Oh, there we go. My fish should be done now. If we hang around and fish in any of the coral reefs, we can get bad fish. You know, ones that are going to poison us, so we do have to be a little bit careful about the fish that we get. But I do know that sardines are perfectly fine, so we should be able to munch down on a sardine without any puke action happening. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Alright, how are we feeling? We're still actually a little bit hungry, so it looks like sardines don't do much for us. I think that's because it's a massive fish. Right there. Let's try a crab. So let's get out our crab. We're going to chuck you on the ground. There we go. And we'll start cooking you up as well. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to make my way over to another island. We're going to need to do that because we need to get some more stones so we can upgrade our fire pit. And I would like to explore another island just to see if it's any better than the one we have. And I think I'm going to do that without using the raft that I've got, because I am very much not feeling the idea of my raft disappearing from underneath me. Now, I don't know if it happens with the ones that you make with sticks. So we're probably going to make one out of sticks and do it that way and paddle our way along. And if we find a better island, then we'll stay there because, well, you know, we haven't really got much keeping us on this one, have we? Except for all these crabs. So, yeah, maybe we'll go and chill on another island. That little guy looks like he's just enjoying the view. Look, he's getting a little bit of the heat. He loves it. Oh, he's off now. There we go. So, yeah, we pretty much have to stand around and wait for our crab to ding. And then we should be able to eat it without getting any penalties of eating a bad crab. Now, as far as other stuff making goes, I believe we can actually make a house, which is one thing. So we can make a foundation, add walls to it, we can add roofs to it. And to do that, we need our hammer, because that's what allows us to make building materials. So that's what we're going to do once we find a decent place to live. I don't think there's any type of farming or anything like that. I do know the potato plants regrow. It's the same with the yucca plants. You can see the yucca plant Ah, there we go. You can see the yucca plant in there is regrown now as well, which is good. So some of those resources will regrow, unlike crabs and rocks and things like that. But we should now be able to eat this. Let's have a look at our food. So we're 2 down on food. Let's have a bite. And now we're only 1 down. So that's pretty good. So a crab will always give us 1 bar of hunger. And we should probably be able to eat this. Maybe fill it up. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. And now we've got our coconut. We can have a sip on our coconut. Oh, this is very, very tropical, isn't it? Even the sharks come in to say hi. Cool beans. And that gives us, yeah, full stats. I like it. So health's all the way up, food's all the way up, hydration's all the way up. We are living like merry men. It's great. Come here. Come here. I got a little friend for you. Oh, I forget. I can't throw it. There's no way I'm going in there if I can't throw it. That might even limit the idea of trying to hunt a shark on a raft. I think we can do it if it comes near us. I think we can kind of jabby down on it. But yes, I think I just literally made those crabs like they thought they were about to die right there. Don't worry, guys. You're not fully grown, and you might be the only male left on this beach. So I need to keep an eye on that. But there we go. That's going to be that for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry that we had to start a new one again, but hey, it is an alpha and these things do happen. So, as I said in the last one, anything is value to change, and there's going to be bugs. But so far, it's been a brilliant game, I have to admit. I don't like the idea that I can see 2 sharks out there. That kind of sucks. But, yeah. Leave some suggestions on what you think we should do in the next episode. Should we make our way to another area? You know, should we go out over that way? Go across the deep seas with the man-eating sharks? Or should we go and check out some of these ruined down ships and whether we can find ourselves some loot in there, because I know that we can find things like spear guns and whatnot, could be very handy for hunting sharks. So we might check out some of these in the next one, but obviously we're going to have to wait until it's daytime before we do that. I haven't got a death wish. Yeah. Alright guys, I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. I'm having a great laugh. If you are, then make sure to drop a like, as it helps out a great deal. And if you're new to the channel, of course, you can subscribe to see more. Have yourself a great day, have a good one as always, and goodbye.